Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome to our first video having a look at Eafc 24. Today I'm going to talk about the new evolutions that have been added to Eafc. If you haven't seen much about it, it's basically to really like a blanket over the whole thing, give it a very brief description. You can now upgrade cards in Eafc. For me, this is absolutely huge. It means that you can have some low rated cards that you can take into games via objectives. You can upgrade them, and then your cards, your favorite players, for example, that could be low rated, all of a sudden you've now got much higher rated and actually usable versions of that player. There are a couple of examples that have been used. I'm probably going to say his name wrong. Moikoko, the young striker who plays for Borussia Dortmund, he's been thrown around as an example. They show a 69 rated silver version of his card, and then they show him upgrading to an 85 gold rated version. Now for me, this is really cool. This isn't necessarily confirmed how it's happening, but from my understanding, it will be that there are objectives you can complete with the card going through to get them like upgraded a bit, and it's not just going to be a +1 every time. So for example, let's say he's a 69 rated silver. After the first couple of objectives you complete, you get yourself like a 77 rated gold version of him. I've then also seen a couple of rumors that the way they sort of upgrade afterwards aren't always going to be via upgrades. Sometimes it'll be that you can like upgrade them with coins, things like that. That's not fully confirmed that I've seen. I've seen a bit of speculation on a number of different ways that it could happen. But for me, I think this is a really cool addition. I support a team in the championship. I support QPR. We're not going to have high rated cards unless we get like a crazy promo or like we get a bunch of team of the weeks. We literally had one card above 85 this season, and that's because we had a Chris Willock striker card in the Rule Breakers promo. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had any cards that were at all high rated or usable. But this gives me a chance to get a bunch of QPR players, and if I can just complete some objectives, all of a sudden my full silver QPR team becomes like a full gold QPR team, and I can actually go and use the players I like in real life in Ultimate Team, which as a QPR fan, I've not been able to do for some time. So I think this is a really cool promo, and it really does allow for quite unique squads because, you know, you could play against 10 different people that are using the same cards as you, but they could all be different ratings. They could be different varieties of cards, all sorts. It's really cool, and I think it's a really awesome idea. I've also seen that with some of the upgrades, you can actually get players to change position. Now, I saw this on Nepenthe's video. I can't remember who he said he saw the source from, so apologies. I will try and mention it if I find it. But I saw Nepenthe say that actually with some of these players you can upgrade, you can also then actually change their positions down the line, which again allows for more variety, allows for a more unique Ultimate Team, which for me is awesome. I think EA do have to balance this. I think it should be relatively attainable to go from like low rated cards to medium rated cards, but then to go from the sort of medium to high rated, I think it should take a little bit of a grind. So say for example, you're starting off with like a 65 rated card. To get them from 65 to like 75 shouldn't take you ages, but to get them from like 75 to let's say like a high 80, that should take a little while, in my opinion. This means it just rewards you for actually playing the game. Like it's been relatively easy to make coins and achieve a lot by mainly doing the menus. This will mean actually there is a lot more value in playing games, getting objectives done via gameplay, not just doing stuff through the menus. It means that actually as well you can end up making things for SBCs a lot easier, for example. Now, one thing worth bearing in mind, and I nearly said it, making coins, again, this is from what I've heard, once you upgrade a card, they become untradeable. So you can still obviously use them for your games, you can still put them into SPCs or whatever, but once you upgrade their card from their base rating, they do become untradeable. Again, that's just something I've heard. I'm going off of the information I have been told or I've found. But for me, again, I kind of think that makes sense. I think if you could just take like a bronze card and whack them up to like an 88 rated card and then sell them, sure, it's a really like easy way probably to make coins, but I think it would be very difficult to kind of cap that and keep on top of that. Plus, actually, then those cards lose a lot of value, and the whole point of grinding the game to get those cards becomes null and void if instead of spending the time to actually upgrade that silver into a really high rated gold, you can just go buy them. For me, I think it makes sense. I know some people won't be overly thrilled with that idea that all of a sudden then those coins are, I guess, gone. But for the majority of people, if you're committing to doing that and upgrading them, you'll have a reason for doing it. It's either because you intend to put them into an SBC because you wanted the fodder and you wanted the rating, or it's because you like the player and you wanted to upgrade the card for yourself. So for me, I think it makes sense to make them untradeable. I think Evolutions is a really cool addition and a really cool, I almost said promo, but just a really cool thing to add. And I think that this level up promo that we've just seen, I think maybe gives us a slight indication to how some of these things will work. Now, I personally think that there'll be slightly more to do with some of the upgrades than what we've had with those. So having like specific amounts of players in your team from like certain nations or leagues. And I think a lot of the objectives will be more catered towards and more specifically pointed towards the actual card itself. So for example, scoring with that card, getting assists with that card, or just playing games with that card. I highly doubt it will be that you have to play with like a squad of 5 players from the same team. Obviously, if it is, it will be very beneficial for you to find a bunch of players you can upgrade at the same time in the same team and get those done at the same time. Obviously, I'm not fully sure on how chemistry is going to work yet. I haven't seen much in regards to information on chemistry or how that's going to sort of play out. But for me personally, I'm really looking forward to this. And again, even if for nothing else, I can actually run like a half decent QPR team, and that excites me. This is just sort of like a quick, short, snappy video put together about a specific thing in EAFC. If you'd like to find out more things, or you'd like some more long form content, or there's some other stuff that you have found, some other like bits of information or things you've heard about the new EAFC game that you'd like me to try and deep dive a bit more and find some more information on and explain a bit more, then let me know down below in the comments, and I will do my best to find it, get the video filmed, and send that information your way. So if you did enjoy this, please do leave a like. Supports me, the video, the channel out a whole bunch. There's going to be a whole bunch of EAFC content coming your way from me in regards to before the game comes out with as much information as I can find, but also when the game is here. I promise you, EAFC 24, I'm giving it my all. We're going for it this year, boys. We're absolutely full sending to make the best content that I can. But yeah, hit that sub button, turn notifications on to be told anytime we upload a video. If you want to catch on our live streams, it's over on Twitch and on TikTok. I'm Hursty Games on both platforms. And yeah, there's a link down below to both of them. But thanks for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome. And I'll see you soon. Look after yourselves. And of course, wash your hands. Take care.